Welcome to the Streams of the Universe channel. I'm Anna. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, and for supporting and helping this channel. I am deeply, deeply grateful to you. Our tarot spread today is about marriage. Specifically about marriage, or, so to speak, living together with a man. What we consider a marital relationship. When you're together, right? Let's take a look. Now I'll do your signification. If it resonates with you, then, well, starting from today and for some time ahead, we'll see what the cards say. They'll show you. Well, my question is kind of general, of course. Marriage, yes. But still, let's just do your signification now. What is coming up for you about marriage here? How are you in this regard? So, oh, what do we have here? The 20th. The 20th. Arcana is reversed. Well, most likely. Okay, I want one more card. We started with the Major Arcana. It shows me that some man is watching you. Either you didn't manage to have a family with him, or you broke up. But there's no talk of divorce here yet. This is about family. The family didn't work out, like everything was leading to it, but the family didn't happen. This is actually the Judgment card. Yes, it can also indicate a court case, a judgment. But here, it's more about the soul. Something just didn't work out. It just wasn't right for the soul. But the man is watching you. The card of the past came up. He misses you. He's peeking. Maybe he sees you somewhere. Somewhere he might be able to catch a glimpse of you through a crack. To see you directly. Well, that's the kind of card it is. Well, yes, judgment, of course. Yes, it's possible. After all, there are also courts. Maybe it's some kind of unfinished judgment. But still, I say, this is a close person. This is homeland. And right now, I can say that you're still talking about some past relationships not very positively. The card of heaviness. As if it's not completely over yet. How did it go? What happened there? So what did the man do, right? That's what you're saying. I didn't like what he did there. It feels like, well, the 10 of Wands. You can put an end to it right now, right here, because the 10 is the last card of the Wands. So, to stop all of this, or stop talking about him, because wherever our attention is directed, that's where all our emotional energy goes. Maybe you don't even have energy for other men, just because you're talking about someone. I keep talking and talking. It's called judging. But, you know, it's not even really judging. Maybe you're just discussing something with your family, talking it over, right? They're your loved ones. You talk to them about things and... Or maybe your soul is just a bit upset, so things feel heavy. Well, the 10 of Wands, it's heavy. Something heavy happened. Maybe also, you know, someone was called to the heavens. But you talk about how it's hard for you, as if something hasn't ended. That's how it's shown to me, even by this Major Arcana. Sometimes it happens that the heavens call someone. Well, then he's with you. He's always watching over you, loves you. He loves you, but he doesn't see a chance to be together. Well, the 4 of Cups. It really fits for women who have lost someone. Well, here it's really about family. That's how it sounds. And for those who didn't manage to have a family. But for actual human courts, I don't see that happening. Maybe the divorce wasn't finalized yet, if someone got divorced. But it's just heavy on my heart. That's what I'll say. It just feels heavy on my heart. And this card, I'll say it again, yes. When you talk about something a lot, where your attention goes. Well, that's quantum physics. It's already a proven fact. Where your attention goes, That's where your energy goes. That's your life energy, directed somewhere over there. You can, well, put a stop to it. For example, if your beloved man left the family, was called to the heavens, but girls, souls truly love. They wish you happiness, you understand. I want your difficult period to end. They are no longer affected by our earthly material problems, where we get angry, jealous, and so on. But that's only if they're lost souls, lost ones who haven't realized that they've actually left. But here, love, it's just like, yes, seeing you but not knowing what to do, what to make of it, it's unclear. But your life energy seems to be going into the past. But maybe you should let it go somehow. It was some kind of experience, maybe a difficult one, since you broke up, right? Experience is essential. How else could you choose a family? Even with your own children, there can be such arguments, right? Hurt feelings, and it's hard to accept all of it. With relatives too, right? Now the family lineage card appeared, bringing some ancestral energy. Right? It's like it's impossible to feel like family. Well, here. As they say, this is the judgment card. Well, my soul just didn't accept something in it. It's such a spiritual card, I don't know. Even when we choose a dress, we try one on, then another. But our soul doesn't accept it. It's not ours, right? We don't get upset. This is a serious relationship. It's even more than... It's like you were looking... Well, let's talk about those who broke up. It's like you were looking for your soulmate, right? Something just didn't... Well, some pieces of the puzzle didn't fit, even though the man loves you. And for those who found it, of course, this is this is what's called a heavy card, right? We're family. Where would I find someone like that? And here too, yes, it's like the energy is going there, straight into the past. Well, the card, men in general. Well, it's called feeling it with your back, like sensing that men like me. Maybe they even tried something, but it's more like feeling it with your back. They like my body. By the way, the card for your signification says that your body is, oh. They really like it. Well, many people don't say it openly. You see, the person is kind of in a hood, right? Hermits, right? You can feel their looks. Maybe they even tried something. Well, in general, you have chances, because you can feel with your back that men like you. But it feels like you think they're beneath you. Beneath you, like they just don't measure up to you. They do something, yes. Here you are, like the Queen of Pentacles, right? And then there's some page, I don't know, stepping on the hem of your dress. It's like they're doing something wrong. Maybe you even just feel embarrassed sometimes. Yes. It's like, I know he likes me, but if I were to live with him, go out with him in public, it's like he doesn't quite measure up to me. Well, okay, you can have some tea with him at home. I don't know, maybe talk to him. But as for taking him out in public, I just don't know. Yeah, that's the question. I don't know, he just doesn't quite measure up. Well, there he is, you see. He's stepping on the hem. It's like your dress is slipping off you. Well, it's just not fitting for me, a queen, to be like this. Either he's acting kind of childish, or if I'm with this man, it's like I don't value myself. That's the kind of feeling of shame. At the same time, yes, these two cards, you clearly understand your worth, that you are liked, that you're a good housewife. Well, in any case, You know how to do valuable things for the home. That's how I would put it. Appreciate this. You have something valuable in your home. Well, the basics, yes, what should be here is here. What else about you? Again, some page comes up. Pages keep showing up. Well, yes. Under the card of judgment, you can, yes. But only for love, yes. I'm not going to deal with pages just for romantic relationships. Let's say even just to have a drink with them or with someone who drinks. For that, here comes the judgment. You might even attract men who are younger than you, younger. And it's like, well, why would I need him? Here comes the judgment. It's like your soul doesn't accept it. It's not just human judgment, as I said. The higher judgment has fallen on you. Would you like to revive something here? Well, probably. Let's just ask. Harmoniously. Yes, harmoniously. And even here there is something like that. Well, I could date. Yes. Moderately, even if I don't get married. But only if I feel really comfortable. There should be some moderation so that I feel a sense of safety. It's like with men. I feel a lack of safety here. I don't know. Because this is also the guardian angel card, right? Maybe that's exactly what this card is about. Maybe the man is watching you, but it was hard for you. It seems like he should have been moderate in something so that I would feel comfortable and safe, like a guardian angel, to preserve our relationship, but at the same time be moderate in something. Maybe he wasn't moderate in something. I don't know. Maybe he was seeing other women. I don't know. Maybe he was drinking. There are cups here, and that too, right? The emotions are overflowing. There's also a woman here, right? The man wasn't moderate in something, and you have a feeling of some kind of unsafe relationship. Or you immediately tell yourself, I feel kind of ashamed with them. I don't know. At home, it's still more or less okay, right? When no one sees. But if people see this miracle with me, I feel like I don't value myself. Interesting. Yes, harmoniously. That's what you want. But the cards also suggest reviving the relationship to try so your soul can feel again. That's just what they say. The Judgment card, Guardian Angel, Temperance. If I were to go by that, I would revive it. But this also shows that, well, you definitely had a relationship. And there's even a man watching you, not knowing what to do. And on the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords comes up. Again, maybe there are just too many thoughts about this whole situation. And right here and now, you can put an end to it. Really put an end to those heavy thoughts about relationships with men. Oh, and the Death card came up too. Put an end to it. Something here has been dead for a long time. Oh, well, girls, if your beloved man has passed away, I'm speaking figuratively. It's about thoughts here, about those heavy thoughts, about some kind of heaviness. You can really just put an end to it once and for all. But again, by understanding your own worth, you can also put an end to it for yourself, right here and now. Or choose to bury yourself. Look, right under your value, deep down you know that men really like you. Well, this is about the physical beauty. It's like being at home with you is comfortable, cozy, you know? Something like that. Maybe you dress nicely. It's something you can touch with your hands. You cook. The card that came up is about either sealing away your beauty forever or something like that. Well, I'll read for those girls who don't want to seal away their beauty forever because you know that you are liked. Here, you could just put a period on some things. Maybe you have hard work. Maybe you were left alone without a man, and you have to work hard. A Wands card. Thinking a lot about work, about business. Everything has fallen on my shoulders. I have no time at all to meet men. And if I do meet them, well, they're somehow, damn, just not up to my level. Well, yes. And you can put a period on that, too. Well, here it's kind of. The doors are open, girls, I won't show it. The doors to male dignity are open, basically. Open to the very thing through which relationships start, basically. I'll say it this way, or they'll block it. I grabbed some love decks, crossed out a few things so they wouldn't get blocked, but I put pentacles, pentagrams. Protective ones, yes, to keep it safe so it doesn't get blocked. So it opens the door to interacting with men. Or maybe it's already open. Let's ask again. It's open. Wow, it's literally the same card. It's open. I don't know why the cards are showing twice here, like the queen leaning toward the page. But you need to actually communicate with them. You have some kind of internal rejection going on. Why? Take another deck. Why do you have this kind of rejection? Reversed. They can't handle me. I keep getting ones who can't handle me, or maybe you can't handle them. A man like that. Maybe my desires are too much to handle. I want things one way, and they want them differently somehow. The reversed cup, a chance for love. Maybe the heart doesn't really want to love anymore. There it is, spiritual. It's like the soul doesn't want to love anymore, but it seems like. Well, I guess I would like to be in a harmonious relationship. So what are these harmonious relationships then? But the paths to conversations are open. About what I like, what you like, they're open. Not like, we're always arguing. You need something completely different, and you don't hear me. What does harmonious mean? Well, there's no victim, no victim. Let's put it this way. I don't think they'll block it. No one is sacrificing anything. And communication. Communication is essential for you, not just not just all about love and romance. Not like that, you see. Here are two, well, a man and a woman. They're engaged in intimate things, yes. It's not just about that kind of love. I mean, not only that. No, that's not it. Here, you probably wouldn't even be interested in talking to a man who doesn't think about anything more. Like, if he doesn't see a woman as more than just pleasure, you know? Of an intimate nature, that's the first thing. And the second pleasure, from pastries, I don't know, from the coziness at home. Because as the keeper of the hearth, you say, I can do this, I can do that. But I need a man I can talk to. It's like they just don't quite measure up to your level of intelligence. Six of Swords. Yeah, it's like men's brains just drift off into toxicity somewhere. And you see here, they're betraying themselves. Betraying? Yeah. They say one thing and do another. It's like their brains just don't measure up. They don't know how to improve the relationship. It's like they don't listen. Like wolves in sheep's clothing, right? Then they end up crying themselves, suffering, not understanding something, just drifting off into toxicity. There's some kind of misunderstanding, and you need to. Maybe you know something more. Let's ask, what is it that you know more about here? Which deck should we? I'll take this one. Just a second, girls. Another one. How do we remove the Three of Swords so that everyone feels good? Love, Aquarius. You are open, your heart is open, everything can be discussed, and so that no one betrays anyone. Yes, exactly like that. Again, this card comes up. She says, I know that men are watching me. Oh, they really want me, really want me. Closing again. Well, the question. Here it is again. Mars, yes, is directed towards you. Masculine energy. They really desire you. And then they start arguing with you, yes. Or they want to debate something. Or do things their own way. Well, it's kind of like they're punishing you, right? Look, here she is. The victim, right? And of course, you don't want to be that victim. It's like you're always to blame. How is that possible? You want one thing, but in the end you do something else. That's just how the cards answered us. I'll put them away. Until next time. Right now, you have a good chance. I'll put these away too. Go into transformation. Go into transformation. A so-called bad transformation, but it is actually just a normal one. When a woman feels self-sufficient without a man, but we are still considering marriage, relationships with men. Well, here it is, right here and now. You can make a decision. And then what? Let's see. And then what? Well, at the very least, you need to make a decision here. Either discuss some negativity with someone to put an end to it, because it really drains your energy, your life energy. Where's your focus? Where are your thoughts? And all it gives you is heaviness. You see, it's the Ten of Wands. You need to move on to something new, put a period on this, and move forward. You have plenty of beauty, plenty of coziness, and apparently plenty of brains too. Well, about death, yes. Basically, you're not afraid of anything. You can take risks. There's no fear here at all. Death isn't afraid of anything. But first, you have to make a decision. In the beginning was the word. Well, in the beginning there was a desire, you wanted to create something. Then that's it. You gave yourself your word and went for it. You're not afraid of those younger than you, or older than you, or even the very rich, by the way. It mows everyone down. Death is transformation. It mows everyone down. You can go out into this field and swing your scythe and talk to this kind of person, and that kind, and someone wealthy, and someone more domestic. It mows everyone down without discrimination. She doesn't. They're all equal. That's what it's called. Everyone is equal. Everyone gets to find out, to see. Here it is, right here with you, the card. You're already in this, so to speak, in this transformation. Well, if you're in it, then what? Well, not if you're in it. You are in it. That intimate meetings don't suit you. Intimacy. Interesting. It showed it again. They only want one thing. You'd prefer to talk first, not just have them drag you straight to bed. That's what I'd say. Both this card and this card say. That's their main goal. But you would rather talk. You would love to sit somewhere, even at home. Just sit and talk first. Discuss things. Well, it's like there's some kind of pause in this. Well, that's just self-deception. Do I have to sleep with all of them? You don't have to sleep with anyone. Do what feels right for you, if someone wants to sleep with you right away. Well, here it's also fine, it's kind of harmonious. I have that feeling. But if he's nice and likes me, well, I can actually. Well, at first, for you to like him, you need to talk. But all those who just want to sleep with you will drop off right away. The ones who are willing to wait until you find harmony. So, even without marriage, you would be fine if you like him and everything is good. You feel like you're under some kind of protection, you know? Like a guardian angel. He'll take care of you, keep you safe, won't mess with your emotions, won't just throw you away later, right? Here it's more like, should I sleep with everyone? You don't have to mow this field. No, they'll take care of it themselves. You just say it harshly, like death. Death. Not sleeping, right? We won't sleep until I get to know you, until we talk, until we communicate, until... Why should I give you my value right away to every random passerby? You have a whole field. My value isn't enough for a whole field of men. Well, just mow them down then. Just mow them down. That's how I would put it. So what's your situation with marriage right now? Well, yes, we always ask about that anyway. But before marriage, you see, you have to mow down this whole field first to decide to go through a complete transformation. What do they say where you are? You need to figure this out. Two paths are open for two men. You might like two men. You just need to get out of doubt. The card of doubt came up, showing that I'm not under some kind of protection. Two cards of doubt, actually, but they clearly show two paths, two men. The roads are open for you, if you. Here, there's a card to choose from. We have a whole field to choose from. There are 7 billion people. Half of them are men. About 4 billion are men. If you take out the very young ones and the very old ones, the average, well, the statistical age, that's still a lot. You couldn't meet them all in your lifetime, but you could choose the most valuable and talk to each. Those who are willing to wait while you get to know them. Discuss everything. Wait before you have this sense of security, because you're kind of okay with things as they are, but not really secure or confident, and those people will just fall away immediately. The rotten ears of grain, they won't want that. So just start cutting them off while talking. It seems like you're good at talking, but for the Pentacle lady, it's as if there's a delay. That's the slowest. Well, you're just being shown in slow energies. Maybe it's about love. Maybe you take a very long time to get used to one man, right? And then it takes you a long time to move on from that. It's really hard for you, really hard. It doesn't mean you were born under some earth energy. Maybe you're a Sagittarius, but there's some kind of love energy. You probably get attached. A person becomes like family to you. They have to become close. And then, of course, when someone is that close, you get used to them. It's very hard to let go. But they're not really family yet. Well, just cut them off then. Keep talking, keep talking. Maybe you'll find about 10 people you can keep in touch with, keep talking to. Maybe with someone you'll feel, because right now, you're open to 2. Oh! A little wand guy just crawled out here. The wand guy wants you. He'll want you. He's a very enterprising man. Very enterprising. The cards show that he will really like you a lot. He'll say something to you himself. And he'll like you. The 3 of Pentacles. That could be family, a family gathering, where he'll notice you. Or, well, here, the man literally threw the woman onto the table. He really liked her right there at the table. Maybe he'll come to fix something, by the way. Maybe something broke. And you have a valuable specialist. Well, because it's either family matters or work matters. There's some business-like man here. He'll really like you a lot. Well, let's say it's family matters. We're sitting at the table with relatives, probably because it's family matters. With people who are valuable to me, as it's called. Maybe your girlfriends, I don't know. Everyone has their own values. Some people don't have a family at all. For example, my friend, the one I've been friends with since school, doesn't have a family at all. We've kind of become like family already. Not by blood, but we're close like family. That's it. And, let's say, maybe someone will remember someone valuable too. Remember, Oh, all the cards are showing value right now, and suddenly remembered. Oh, there's Vanya, Sonia, Lesha. I don't know. Someone. There's a great guy. Let's invite him. It could also happen like this, or at the table, like we're sitting at the table, and let's say he came. Well, it doesn't mean he did all of this for you right there at the table. He'll appreciate it. Appreciate it. He'll really like you right away, in short, because this is a wand situation. He'll really want to start something with you suddenly. Most likely he'll say something, wow, talk, yes. Well, he'll be exaggerating, not telling the whole truth. He'll want to invite you over or come visit you. Well, this card here, exaggerating, not telling the whole truth. It's not exactly a lie, but he'll want to stay alone with you indoors. At work. By the way, it could be your boss at work. Well, a valuable person, a valuable employee. For example, a manager, an executive, I don't know, a department head, depending on what field you work in. Yes, if you work with your head, yes, they show you as such a smart woman. Maybe you're an executive. Well, a man can also be valuable like that. He does something important. That will determine, oh, by the way, this is also a card of learning. Maybe teaching, improving qualifications. The Three of Pentacles is also about teaching, explaining. Here is this. Here we drink coffee. Here we submit documents. Here is this. Here, well, I don't know. It depends on where you are. And here, they'll really appreciate you. They'll really want to. And, well, here is a hidden card, but it immediately reveals to us what will be hidden. He might suggest going somewhere as a guest. It will be important for him to stay with you. Alone. Alone. He might be talking about something else entirely, but in his mind, that's exactly what he's thinking. To be alone, so that no one sees us. By the way, this card can also mean that. Well, in this deck, because it's a love deck, it's a bit harsh. Well, you know, everyone has their own. And by the way, when it comes to wands, it's... Well, if you make a decision, some decision that's valuable for you, well, for example, to go back to work, or to earn more money, to learn something new. It doesn't mean, you know, we're 50 years old, maybe. Yes, we'll be learning a new profession. Like improving your qualifications, or even when you switch to a new job or add something to your main profession. We study, let's say, a new team. That's valuable for us. Valuable information about how to work there. How? It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. Well, I'm talking about money for now, yes, because here it's about money, or family came up directly. In the family, well, to get to know a new person. We can keep meeting new people until we die. We need people, after all. We live in a society. Maybe you, right here, yes, something suddenly broke and he came to fix the equipment. And he'll really like you, and he'll want to fix something else for you, to fix even more things for you. Well, he might even fib a little while fixing it, just to have a reason to come again. Like, oh, I need to take it for diagnostics, for example, just to have another chance to be here. With you. Alone with you, I would say. What is this? To feel safe? I'll flip it over for now. Well, yeah, it's easy to leave something unsaid here. Later, the card will just tell you. He'll explain. Well, you might also have some doubts about this man. Later, he says, he'll explain. Well, he'll just really want you. He wants you somewhere hidden from prying eyes, or something like that. He might just invite you to a cafe or something else. It will be a strong temptation, and you'll feel it. Because look, a man will think, see, Here's a guy in a helmet. He thinks all his thoughts are hidden, but the girl turns around and just laughs. Like, go ahead, think you've won me over, but I saw you right away. I saw right away that you were looking at my butt, or at my assets, which are really sticking out from somewhere. He'll really like some of your assets. Here's what happens. He thinks he's won, but you're just watching like, go on, let's see. And there's even a horse here. Maybe it's New Year? Girls, it's actually the year of the horse for us. But it could start in the year of the snake. Look, there's a snake here. Look, you can actually get acquainted, by the way. At the junction. The year of the snake, the year of the horse. That's what I personally think. It's just that because of your wisdom. By the way, that's feminine energy. A smart, wise woman. Really? And then this man thinks, well, I'll handle everything now. She's just laughing. But I've already figured you out a long time ago. I know exactly what you're up to. Go ahead. Keep rowing. I already know where you're rowing to. You see? And he's there in his helmet with his Barbarossa plan. And she's like, oh, I'm just a silly little girl. La la la. Uh-huh. Maybe he'll even offer me a drink. Well, a snake. Some kind of goblet? Yes, wrapping around it. It can, for example, show health or heal something. Well, for example, like when I brought the washing machine here. Yes, to heal it. Or maybe, really, someone will turn to you. Maybe you're a doctor, and someone might come to you to heal something. Or alcohol, yes, often the cup. The snake can indicate alcohol. Or to heal something. Well, the woman here absolutely knows what the man wants to heal and what he has in mind. At some gatherings at the table, he will talk about his family, about his life, and try to impress you so that you choose him. He'll eventually tell his parents about you. And in general, he will think that you are a valuable person, like bringing you into the family. Not at first, not at first. But you will understand that he just likes you and you tempt him. Well, like trying to pull some kind of schemes? Well, here it's really about family. To tell the family, or to tell you about the family, for a harmonious energy exchange, so that you like it, so that you say yes or no. Here, even meeting the relatives, or maybe just through some conversations in bed, really. A reversed card. What does that mean to you? She won't talk about something for a long time, or in some kind of company. Or maybe finances are involved here. I see. I think you will suspect him of something. That he's lying about his finances, or that he doesn't have enough. I don't see that he has any lack at all. That's just how it will seem to you. Or you'll have doubts about the budget. Because this card here, it means that he'll want you to choose him. And yes, there might be some fibbing here. So, does he have money? I can see that he does have money. Oh yes, he definitely does. Wheel of Fortune, luck. This person is generally lucky with finances, always moving and hustling. But I think his family is also involved in this. His family takes part in managing the finances. But it could also be that if he is divorced, then most likely he might be paying something to his children or something like that. This person is destined for you, brings you luck, but you will have doubts about this luck. If you are able to accept this man, You need to accept him together with this group. Look, he is not free from some kind of group. I don't know, maybe it's his parents here. He is not free from parental responsibility, for example. Or, on the other hand, he is not free from his children yet, even if they are already grown up. But he has something. It's like a family clan. The family is happy, but you need to fit into it. And for that, girls, a cycle needs to pass. Usually, the Wheel of Fortune indicates a yearly cycle. You can only fit in there through communication, through understanding. He's not free from some kind of society, and finances are clearly involved there. Maybe he registered something in his children's names. I don't know. An apartment, a car, or in his parents' names. But here there's some kind of incomple. It can only come out through this cycle and through communication. There are some good family relationships here, in principle, and you can build a family, but this issue of distrust will keep coming up for you. Since family is closer to him, he will always go there. There's some kind of financial issue, and here they say, no, you actually need to communicate for a year. But of course, what if a good man came into your family? You already have your finances allocated. I don't know. Maybe you want to leave an apartment to your children. And so he comes in, all new, and says, let's make a contract that after marriage, half is immediately mine. Why? So here, over time, after some cycle of communicating with everyone, happiness comes. There's something like that going on here. Well, that's fate. No one will give us anything for free, and at work, they won't pay us for nothing either. I just came here. I haven't been working or doing anything here for a whole year yet. Well, come on, just give me a position already, an amazing salary. No, not a single employer. Everyone values their money. Family relationships are the same. Yes, there will be something here where the person will, well, just to make it easier for him, easier. The cards directly suggest opening a new income source. Well, because that family, that's a real family, a true family. He could have spent years there with his parents. Can you imagine? Kids, who knows? And so as not to lose you, so you wouldn't say no, kind of. Well, he might make the wrong decision somewhere. Maybe it was worth discussing. You might have doubts about this. Look, all the pentacle cards came up here. Here it's either about money. Well, it's all mixed together. Family, money, relatives, some kind of distribution of something is going on. In general, a man is destined for you, who is valued at work. Four, well, you'll feel some kind of discomfort, even though it seems like everything is fine. Well, this society will keep bothering you. You either need to fit into this society, like really blend in, then yes. Well, you will. Here she is, the priestess. You will be digging into yourself. You will understand all of this, and you will be digging into yourself. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Uncovering secrets within yourself. Will I open this door or not? Here is this key where you can easily enter this man's society. And right here, a family comes along, so to speak, or children from the past, parents from the past, or the parental home, an apartment. Well, even in marriage, girls, an inheritance from the past that was received is not divided between spouses. Even if he invests it, let's say, in new real estate, sells the inherited property, and after marriage buys something new with you, that's inherited money. It isn't divided, the law protects it, and it protects you as well. If you sell inherited property and invest it in purchasing something new, keep the documents showing that the money came from the inheritance. Any court will recognize this. Any court. This protects all of us. Well, here we have a bit of a dilemma. It will happen, and you will be thinking you will have the key, whether to tie your life to him or not. Well, you see, that's the situation. You're standing there and saying something to him. Regarding society and the Ten of Cups, what am I supposed to be called? I'm asking what you're saying, and you say that I should. Just like that here? It's a money issue. In general, I think it's a money issue. Do you know where else doubts might come from? I'm just asking about your work. And intimate meetings. Real dilemma, work. And I still have to make time for you. But here, there's society. And it's somehow not convenient for you to make time. I don't know what else is being shown. Well, this is the family map. To accept some of his rules. It's both the key to the morning and to hell. Oh, yes, the fulfillment of your wishes completely. All your wishes with this man can come true, the card says. And this is the family card. All your wishes can really come true. You will get what you want. But at a distance, but at a distance. The Star card. Yes, the man is very smart, and talking to him will be interesting. Well, he has already made some decisions and is making more. He has a very important past. Well, that will be a stumbling block, of course. But gradually, it's the slowest card. You will receive money gradually. He will also, well, it will take a long time for him to reveal some funds. He will understand that this will be unpleasant for you. Any woman wants all the attention for herself, but this man has a past, and slowly but surely, it will move in your direction. Look, the man is coming, and the woman is already laughing here. He still has a mask on his face. Well, a helmet, right? He will still think that you don't know some of his thoughts. He will keep something hidden. But here he is, just tossing money like this, tossing it, tossing it. And these are plans for some trips and some shared expenses. Maybe even all your wishes are here too. And the longer you walk together on your destined path, the more he will plan things with you in mind. But he will still keep some things hidden. There will always be something left protected here. Well, you know, there are personal boundaries too. He has the right, and you have the right. There should be some boundaries in a relationship. And yes, we don't like it when the other person has some plans about their past. We don't like it. And when we or someone else crosses our internal boundaries, we don't like that either. For example, what is it that you decided to buy for your daughter? Really? Well, show me how much money you have in your account. For example, why did you start helping your daughter with her mortgage? You'll say it's because she's my daughter, right? But I also cherish my own past. Well, here, apparently, the girls are showing you at an age when you already have a past, and you want your mom to leave everything to you. Why would I give this to someone new? Let him be whatever kind of good he is, right? And it might also, this is called wanting to break all personal boundaries. Will he want to break some of your personal boundaries? Well, that's what I see in you for now. Well, of course. So here it is. Although, look, in family life here, you are the Queen of Pentacles, and he is the King of Pentacles. Will he be like that in the family if you live together? Yes. Look, this is the King of Pentacles. What kind of understanding? Traditional. The wife should serve the husband. Cook, do the laundry, clean, and you will sometimes rebel against this because you don't want to be a servant, even though he appears as the King of Pentacles. With traditional values, there's nothing unconventional here. In most of the world, traditional values still remain. And yes, unfortunately, there's a misconception that a woman should stay at home, be the keeper of the hearth, cook, clean, do the laundry, and put food on the table. Here is the King of Pentacles. Yes, he will provide money and plan trips, maybe even buying a car. Slowly, but time. Yes. But at the same time, yes to count. Well, it's been stuck in men's and women's heads for 2,000 years. Well, you won't like it. Here she is. Am I supposed to? That's what it sounds like. Give me everything at once, and then I will. Otherwise, no. These are traditions. There you go. Bow to my traditions. And by the way, you have a very good partnership here, and the man is smart, but a bit tough. And there will be some things he doesn't like. Money, for example. He also, if it's planned, yes. But just like that, right away. No, I'll tell you right away. By the way, if you choose him, there could be codependent relationships here at the same time, but they'll be wealthy, because you'll have everything, as they say. You'll have everything. The 15th Arcana, it points to marital relationships. Well, everything earthly will be in abundance. If somewhere you allow a man to have you, maybe here, it's almost eroticism coming out directly. That is, allowing yourself to be possessed by some ancient traditional values. But everything will happen. According to the 15th Arcana, everything will happen. Well, if you look back later, well, it's a long journey here, you see. If a person later opens the book, bookkeeping, right? And starts listing things, says, yes, I received everything. But over time and by using your own talents, yes, the world has expanded. It became bigger. I allowed it to explore me, and I explored it. This is an expansion of worldview. And here the map points to something else. And maybe, in other cities, there will be real estate as well. Relatives you visit. Here the world card came up, the world. There will be many diplomatic talks here, and the man sometimes goes too far. He likes being in charge and overdoing things. Honestly, it really reminds me of my friend's relationship. A businessman man. Conflicts also arose at home. Well, he was used to being in charge. But at this point, they've spent their whole lives together, and they're billionaires. And not just in dollars, but in euros. And there's such an indication here, but it depends on what level of social. It doesn't matter to you here. You can use either one. You are like a crisis manager. Maybe you have gone through some crises, like difficult dependent relationships on something. Maybe some kind of financial dependence. Maybe you took out some loans, serious amounts. You will take them, you know. Well, I just gave you an example. When over time people even have real estate around the world. That is, their worldview about each other was expanding. Some boundaries were being erased. Yes, erased. And you will be able to break through his personal boundaries. He will also be able to break through your personal boundaries. But this gives very strong traditional values. When his family becomes, and your family becomes like your own, yes. When he already makes decisions, for example, to renovate your parents' apartment, a big gift. Now they already feel like family. I will have something very valuable. Something I could even fight others for, not my own people. I start to set them apart. Yes, it already feels like something we all share. So, the boundaries gradually fade, expand, and grow over time. And well, they've spent their whole lives together, you know. It's not just by chance. They met. He was a very good businessman, and by that time, already a landowner and entrepreneur, dealing in major Italian furniture. Well, now they have factories there, factories and construction companies. But just think how much time they've spent together. There's trust there, of course, that's what it is. Peace. We are diplomats, we trust each other, we have family values, but you can only understand that by looking at past experience. And at first, yes. I have a feeling that he's from some kind of small management, or maybe an entrepreneur. He could grow much further. Well, that will definitely happen, but you need to make a decision for that. And the world is offering you a choice here, whether you make that decision or not. That's how it is, and you might not like it. I'm telling you right away. You have some kind of... There should be some kind of freedom of spirit or something. Well, it's hard within the framework of the law. It's hard to discuss rules all the time. You want more freedom. And at the same time, I want justice too. Let something be legally registered in my name right away. Well, then you need to get married, accept some rules, and at the same time understand that, damn, a person won't reveal all their cards and register everything in your name right away, right? And it's also hard for you to get into all of this from scratch, from the very beginning. So you'll be thinking about what choice you'll make here, what decision you'll come to. Even higher powers don't know that. We all have free will, and you also seem to have some kind of freedom of soul here. I just don't want to follow any rules here. I want freedom. That's what it's called. Well, I don't know, girls. That's just what the cards are showing me here. I want to take control of the decision. Well, then a man would suit you. Or the biggest difficulties will be because of that. Who makes the decisions? Well, if you make the decisions, then the man will be different. The one who gives up control over decisions. So who is that? A henpecked man, and you don't like them anymore. What is this? I'm such a valuable woman. But if you let him make the decisions, then he's a very decisive man. His masculine energy will be evident. The issue is traditional values. Three major arcana. Or in 6 months. This is the 11th arcana. You'll keep thinking and thinking. In 6 months or after a cycle. A cycle. The world card came up here. You will make a decision to end the relationship. Well, then another guy will come along. Because the two came up. So, celebration, if you end the cycle. Well, look, it depends on what decision you make. One story has already been described there. Grow together, support each other, talk, and communicate. It's hard, but you have a real spirit of freedom. Oh, well, if you finish, what kind of man will come? A man of celebration, the Four of Wands. It's easier with him. Communication is easier. Some kind of resource, also resourceful. Wow, well, with him there are two. Look, with masculine energy, a woman can be. But as a friend, you see. Traveling, relaxing, making decisions together, earning money, quickly harvesting something and sharing it. Maybe that would suit you better. More joy for yourself. Or girls, in the summer. What kind of man in the summer? This is more about the beach, relaxation, a festive mood. The second one might be younger, but also like that. He's called a holiday man. Oh, well, you can marry him too. But in this deck, the woman sits on the man. She makes more of the decisions here. Well then, For some reason, I feel like you don't realize that you need freedom. It will be hard for you like that. You'd be better off with less money but more freedom. That's your subconscious. What your conscious mind says doesn't matter. You might say now, that's not true. I would get married. Let everything be written down. There will be rules. But your subconscious will choose more freedom-loving men who are harder to get into marriage. You know, they're the kind you see in movies, with their shirt unbuttoned halfway, curly hair, that look in their eyes. Well, an attractive, fun-loving man. Yeah, it feels routine here. It's really hard for me. Well, yeah, over time I could have everything I want, but I just don't want that. That's when your subconscious will win. Also, by the way, there might be some kind of routine with this man, but while on vacation, you'll get what you want, though it will be cyclical, one time. Or twice a year. By the way, try it with this serious man, because he's already right here with you. By the way, it's a cycle. The Wheel of Fortune came up twice. And this card could indicate half a year. So there's a serious man, and with him. Well, according to these, twice a year you throw a party where you completely take control of him, and he'll even like it. So for your pleasure, twice a year he'll put on some kind of little shows or relaxing events, take you somewhere and things like that. Either it will just move on to a new cycle, or you won't be able to handle it. You'll ask, why only twice a year? I'd prefer it easy and simple year-round. Then it's no longer about finances, but about joy. Well, finances. They'll be there. Joint activities here, by the way, with this man. If someone chooses the second one, I would say halfway, in the middle of the year. Right in the middle, the yearly cycle. Let's say summer. By the way, the sun also pointed to this. The sun at its zenith. Yes, the sun stands in summer. Well, in the summer, you'll get the urge to make a bold move, or you'll get married. Right in the middle of summer, you suddenly make a decision. That's it. And then here comes the honeymoon. And you'll really like it. He'll allow you. Here she is, the Empress. He'll let his Empress enjoy herself in society. And by the way, he'll enjoy it too. Well, that's his rule. Once a year, maybe twice a year, according to the Four of Wands, you can have some fun. And let it. Well, to buy herself whatever she wants. But he'll still have some rules. Or maybe it's someone completely different. Oh, what is this? And he'll argue with you too. All right, I'll leave it. There's nothing special here. His heart doesn't want to be. He wants you to wait. Well, by the way, the cards show that you'll marry him anyway. He wants you to wait for him. He also wants to be free, for each of you to be independent. He'll say, I'm not ready to lock my heart in some kind of cage. He's really hurting. He doesn't want to. But the cards said that you will still be. Oh, yes, the second card. Look, it still confirms it. The Emperor, the Empress. Over time, when he sees your value. Actually, I see two men here. Not many people will make a decision here. And those relationships. Well, then there are two men here. Over time, this man will see your value, your intelligence. You will be suggesting some solutions to him. Well, here's the cornucopia. Or maybe joint activities. so that there are two completely separate independent budgets. Completely. And the only conversation will be, so how much do you earn? We both know how much we earn. You have this amount, I have that amount. The conversation will be shut down immediately. It's a competitive struggle. Here, there are two completely independent budgets. The joint income will also be split in half. And you can even marry him, and you'll somehow feel freer. Well, he'll be more. He's likely to follow your orders. And he'll also get angrier because of it. He'll be completely shocked by the routine. He'll be bored there. Bored. And that's the second type of man. The so-called holiday man, who's always a child. I'm always wanting to go somewhere, to the sea, to the ocean. That's where you'll have a great time. And if you stay with this one, then this one will be bored, missing how much fun it was there. And that's why a couple of times a year, they'll arrange these, some kind of escape from the daily routine, because the daily routine will get to them too. So that's the dilemma, girls. And we all have free will. We're given this freedom here. What you choose here. They say you've already experienced something like this in the past. The cards show that there was already such a choice in the past. They say, they're telling you again, go there, go there. You have the opportunity to choose again. Whether you like it or not, which of the two? How do you understand it better for yourself? Don't think about the man. Do it the way you understand it best. Because your mind tells you one thing, but your soul asks for something completely different. So if you clearly understand your soul, you'll know, no, I can't carry this burden. Yes, even if over time we have newspapers, houses, steamships, factories, I still won't be able to. You need to figure yourself out first. Then just settle for superficial relationships. Well, maybe it's better not to get married then, although even in superficial relationships, marriage is possible. Although he's the kind of guy who, even if you marry him, routine really gets on his nerves. Well, maybe it's better not to marry him at all. I think it would be easier for you that way. Oh, the card of love came up. I asked, would it be easier for you? The choice is yours. Listen to your heart, as your mind says one thing, but your heart desires another. The Lover's card means a choice in love, and in matters of love, it shows this exactly. That you'll have a dilemma. You'll like both options, but choose with your heart, because if you choose only with logic, you'll end up leaving anyway. You'll leave from one place or another. They say there will be two, and that's it. Where can you win? The winner is halfway there. The winner is halfway there. You need to break free from some old karmic programs in your head. That's the Tower. When you answer the call of your heart, you'll feel better right away. Self-deception will end. Oh. Let's. What will happen? What else are they even going to show? I want to pick a different deck. Well, in love. You need to understand here. You're a manager. Basically, you can manage this type of man and that type of man as well. Right. It's some kind of new period, by the way. This is called magic. Magic for a valuable woman. Magic for a woman who values herself but just can't decide this one or that one. With one man, I'll feel like I'm in a monastery. With the other, like I'm truly with him. Sorry, there's no other way to say it. With one man, it feels like I have too much freedom, like I'm some kind of loose woman. And with the other, it's like a monastery. Or maybe I should just stop talking about men or join a monastery. But you don't have to live alone there, right? You can just study magic, esotericism, and psychology. Well, in any case, the priestess always says, "Where will you put your value? You understand your value. You know that men like you. So where? It's up to you to decide. Where will you place your value? What is more valuable to you?" The priestess says, first, figure yourself out. What is truly valuable to you? Because you might end up marrying someone very serious. You'll have to follow strict rules there, like in a monastery. Can you handle that? Well, at the end of a certain journey together, under the star, where there's a lot of routine, you'll realize that you've reached happiness. But here, it feels like happiness comes right away. Well, something feels off. It seems like I'm acting carelessly, or maybe it's just that the guy is careless. And the card says things will get easier immediately, and a difficult path you're on will soon end. Ah, yes, you'll free yourself from some emotions. And again, here's the Two of Swords, and you'll get your Oscar, your reward. Maybe, girls, there are two types of women shown here. Some people need someone serious. For you, it's easy to choose this. For others, it's lightness. And some will now understand their own subconscious. There is some kind of excessiveness. Excessiveness. Maybe there are some swings. Sometimes you're pushed one way, then the other. You need to moderate yourself in general. Temperance in choosing your company, your social circle. Look at those women who expand your consciousness, who mirror something in you. I gave you two examples, right? Some women mirror you. Or you can directly take their experience, because this is Jupiter. Look, your happiness is in Jupiter, in the experience of some women who can mirror to you how you can live happily, to share some experience, to broaden your worldview and consciousness. And this will give you complete happiness. Freedom in some kind of men's society, that's how I would put it. Freedom, you are free in the company of men. Freely choose this one or that one. Don't go overboard, that's what I would say. Maybe. And this routine, it's not really a routine if you approach it more freely and easily. Don't take it as if you're sacrificing everything in your life, oh God, and then it will become easier right away. But don't go overboard like, oh, then it's all easy and without any obligations, without anything at all. So Jupiter can give a gift here. Jupiter is like the Santa Claus of the horoscope. You are free to choose. Just understand yourself, what you want. Otherwise, you'll never choose, damn it. But Jupiter, he always gives a gift. Here, you can be given at least two men. Different kinds. One leans a bit in one direction, the other leans in the other direction. But Jupiter always asks later. Saturn, the planet of society, always follows Jupiter. So here, Santa Claus can give you a little gift, but then Saturn will ask, well, what did you choose, according to your worldview? Now collect your karma. What is Saturn? Collect your karma, Or do you want to run away again? Because you take some traditional relationships way too seriously. You just want to escape from there. It's like hard labor, or like a monastery. Or just choose men at some point who are like that anyway. Because you see, you could even marry this one. And the cards say that, in principle, you can stay with this one, and there will be this harmonious flow here. A couple of times, as they say, there's a time for work, right? We're always stuck in the routine. He'll also get tired of this routine, and there will be a time for fun. He'll provide that. Or just pick an image of some woman in whom, well, just start, acting like that. I don't know, like that kind of woman. There are some women here whom you don't understand. How they manage to have it so easy in their families. With time, the card says. What is this? What do we have here? Ah, well, with time, through interaction with some kind of image. Maybe you need to take on a more harmonious, freer image. Even put it on yourself. More harmonious and free. Not like this, only like that, and not like this. And then here, love will take a new path, where the man. Somehow he will stop just observing and become an emperor. Or you will stop just observing men. And finally, yes, here. Oh, the past. Here they go again. Let go of the past. You'll succeed in choosing men. You are free to choose. Here it is. Look, Jupiter is aligning with the node of the future. You are free to choose, but that's only halfway, half the victory, and then comes the routine. So, you make your choice, and then karma will remind you of itself. First comes Jupiter, and then karma will ask. Saturn will ask later. So, who did you choose? And be aware that you are the one making the choice, and choosing a man is only half the journey. You still have to live with him, and then you will have shared karma. Try to approach it more harmoniously, but not by doing everything for them. Oh, girls, some kind of training course is coming up in the cards. It's showing up in the cards. I don't even want to read it anymore, girls. Some nonsense is already coming up. Immediately, all sorts of doubts and difficulties have started. Maybe right now you're having doubts and difficulties. I want independence, the card said. That's it. I'm telling you, you want to be independent. You want to show it directly. Maybe you want to get married or something? I don't know, yes. Because, yes, to revive something in a way, but at the same time, you really want to be independent. In long-term relationships, we begin to rely on each other, much like with a child. After giving birth, we can't just abandon them. We develop mutual dependence. Yes, we depend on others from birth on Earth. I understand, but the card still says, I want to be independent. But men run away. Please, it says, and you can do this too. Please, imagine, the card said, please. It's your choice. Well, all the karma here, in Gemini. You have a lot of choices, a lot of people like you. But the karma, the thing you chose, is burning your back. You can run anywhere, to another country, change to another man. But you always stay with your choice. Whoever you choose, or, damn, if you don't choose anyone at all and just look at them. Here in Gemini, you still remain, here, inside yourself. Make up your mind. Talk to both kinds, and then you'll choose. Try to find someone more harmonious, maybe. Or understand that your soul just craves freedom inside. Wow, it's intense with you. And at the same time, well, I would get married. But how can you combine that? Well, you need to harmonize it somehow then, because the karma is still yours, because of your choice, not because of some guy. You could, keep changing those 4 billion men over and over, but you're the one making the choice. In the end, it's your choice. They say to listen to yourself. Again, they also say, don't get angry right now. Don't be angry at your desires, and you don't need to stop these desires completely. That's what the cards say. And the cards went on. I'm already tired of this competitive struggle on the bride market. Girls, you're going to throw tomatoes at me now, but I don't want a man to just choose me for no reason. It's up to him who he chooses. I'm yours. And so, girls, it started. Some kind of irritation started. Let's just put it this way. At that time, I think it was about a year, because there were 2 cycles. Well, maybe a little less than a year. Right now, there's something going on, and in the summer, there are some changes. You can either, completely renew yourself. The relationship will become totally different, or you can break it off and start something completely new, something totally opposite. Or maybe you can try to harmonize these first relationships more, probably by reflecting more on yourself. And please don't throw rotten tomatoes at me. Maybe this is exactly what the cards are telling us to pay attention to. To understand this somewhere and take serious relationships more lightly. Because on one hand, I want something serious, but at the same time, I really want to be independent. Really. You could get married 1,000,000 times like that. Well, not 1,000,000, but 4 or 5 times. And then get divorced every time. I don't like it this way, that way, or any other way. But where do you realize that it's always 50-50, both the good and the bad? Always, in any relationship. This is Earth. We have duality here. There's not a single person who's just good or just bad. Oh, purely good. Like, that's my ideal, right? But there's no such thing here. Like, that's my... Both are present there. It's just a matter of priority. What's more important to you here? Because either one of them can become your husband. Or, in the same relationship, your husband can be different. Right now, they're only showing work, financial, and everyday things. So you could set up a household immediately. And twice a year, he can be like this. We spend money, go on vacation to the sea. Wherever. Beautiful, let's go. And he'll be the one worrying, so he can be 2 different people. Just like you can be 2 different people. Like, I'm working, don't bother me, I'm tired, right? Then on the weekend, we hang out somewhere, and then we take a vacation. Like, you had a great time, tango, yeah, and you went for it, right? And your husband is like, oh, he fell in love with you all over again. And it can be like that. You need to sit with yourself here, or at least start choosing them. Don't mow the field. By the way, according to this card, the field might rot soon if you sit around for too long and keep suffering. It's already time to harvest the wheat. Society, well, yeah, or they'll stop watching. They'll stop, she says, watching. Both those who want to punish you, or at least you think so, but the choice is yours. Well, yes, the energy of interest might fade. You could just sit there and not get this done. The energy of interest might fade. Here, it's just, well, the first man, after all. He's some kind of official, in some kind of society. He's a smart man, but very lonely. Very smart. He's been alone for a long time. A hermit, really. He really wants to, the cards say. Oh, he really wants a family, a family. That's the story. Well, where else here? Where can hermits talk? They usually hide that they want a family. On dating sites. Maybe. Just Mo right there. You meet them. Who actually tells the truth? I want to get married. Just like that. Here's a family. He'll just come and say, I want to get married. He looks at women who say, take me. Here's my photo. Do you like it? And he responds, I want to get married. He's realized his past. Now he howls at the moon. Because here it's Aquarius, after all. Well, Aquarius is shown. The internet can show this. Or specifically a society of some smart men. Maybe in a community. Like how it started for us. Right? Either in a family setting or in a work financial environment. Somewhere where some kind of training or professional development is happening. Or financial growth is happening. In a community. There you go, a community. Where else can you find a smart man? I don't know. Why is he suffering here? Just sitting there. Maybe, by the way, he's suffering because of family traditions. Maybe he'll study in the community why he's suffering. For example, how food is prepared. Courses, for example, on cooking Italian. Or borscht, some kind of borscht. He's suffering because of his family, directly. She could feed him with some borscht. He suffers because of traditions. Invite him for New Year, for Christmas, for Easter, and little by little. You don't need to set a big table, just a little bit. The guy is really suffering. If it's your boss at work, bring a little cake for Christmas. Well, I don't know. Bring a tasty pastry. For Easter, have some tea. Look here, look there. And where is he supposed to talk about it here? He's really suffering. Or maybe on the internet, he'll talk about it online. The society, the Aquarian society. Well, they talk about their past or something. A man with Virgo. He talks about his routine, everyday life, or about his work. The sun in Virgo talks about the past. A man without a past, without some kind of home, is clearly suffering. Oh, really? Well, look at men, you see. Mars in Gemini, take a look. Check out his traditions. Well, it's a choice. What? Maybe, really, you'll have to get a lot of information. Mars in Gemini means a huge amount of information. From whom? Mars represents men, and again, it's a 2. Gemini is. Maybe someone or something similar. Well, you can look into that. Take a look. You don't have to go into their world immediately. All right, girls, or I'll keep going even more. I can basically talk for hours. You don't really like listening to these kinds of topics for too long. Someone started getting upset here. I hope I didn't make anyone angry. So, what's going on? As they say, I just say what I see. These are the pages that came up, and they tell a story. I can't say anything else. You came to a tarot reader. I read it like a book. If you don't agree, just say it's not mine. That's it, it's not mine. And close it. If someone saw that this is yours, well, there's a reason to think about it. That's what I would say. In any case, I'm grateful that you came here and took a look at my professionalism, so to speak. I do read tarot, yes, and I enjoy it. And I appreciate your attention. I want to share what the cards are showing. Well, I just like it. I hope you like it too. Please like and leave comments. It's not hard for you. And for me, of course, as the creator who shares her own original spreads, yes, it's not just for nothing. It will be very nice for me too, if I had written a book. Yes? Here, it's just the higher powers writing a book for you. If I had written a book, well, or some kind of. Any author is pleased when people buy their books. And I will be pleased too. Any kind of energy exchange, whether emotional, like likes and comments, or material, like donations, or even channel sponsorship. Of course, if you can afford it. Be sure to write comments. I read all the comments and write down the topics for readings. Maybe you'll suggest another topic for a reading. But remember, this is a general channel. It's important that the topic interests many people at once. I only choose those kinds of topics. This is not a personal one. If you came for a personal reading, you would provide your photo and date of birth, and all the decks would be charged specifically for you, for your personal energy flow. Here, it should be interesting for everyone, so I choose topics that everyone will find interesting and suitable. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's not so good. But as they say, we all have a choice. To go for personal readings or to watch and find answers in general, basic readings. It's like an average temperature in the hospital. A general reading doesn't always resonate. Some things are yours, and some things are not quite yours. The most important thing is to have resonance overall. I'm not saying goodbye to you yet. Otherwise, like to Tana Vladimirovna, yes, I might get carried away like Ostap. As I already said, I can talk a lot. Well, maybe this is the place to talk about it. Yes, some kind of dilemma has come up here. I'm not saying goodbye to you. Visit more often and stay longer. Until we meet again, my dears.